If you could specifically say to people in my state, what does it mean to me when I go to buy a car or to get a bank loan or to buy my house or to go to the grocery store? What is the effect on me if people wake up in August of 2011 and our debt has been downgraded by these rating agencies and we don't have a political path forward to address the problem?
Well, treasuries are the benchmark security. Most other interest rates are priced off of treasuries. So if treasury yields, 5-, 10-year treasury yields were to go up by, let's say, 2 percentage points, then you'd expect to see mortgage rates to go up immediately by 2 percentage points, and likewise with other borrowing costs that firms and households faced. There would also very likely be an impact on the economy, which would then affect jobs and consumer income as well.
What do you mean by affect jobs?
Higher interest rates, uncertainty, fiscal contraction, all those factors.
Higher unemployment.
Would lead to higher unemployment.
It would lead to higher unemployment, which is if all you cared about, if the only thing, the sun rose in the morning and it set at night, and the only thing you were thinking about was our deficit, which is of huge concern to me. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on the floor talking about it. I've got kids that I'm worried about, and we've got to get a hold of it. We really do, in a bipartisan way. Can you think of anything that would be more destructive to my desire to pay down our deficit than to fail to raise the debt ceiling, raise the interest rate?
You tax my imagination.
This economic crisis could be at least as bad as the one that we just came out of, and that the policy responses that are available to you and to the Treasury and to the Congress are actually more limited at this point because we're still recovering from the last crisis we went through. Could you talk that through a little bit?
Well,
what would it look like on the other side if we actually do get to a place where we find ourselves in this utterly predictable
It certainly could slow the economy through higher interest rates and through financial volatility, but you actually make an additional point which I think is worth emphasizing. The higher interest rates would add to the deficit, but also a slowdown in economic activity by reducing revenues would also further add to the deficit. So it really is going in the wrong direction.